Paul, we got so carried away with Summer Pudding's birthday that we forgot about Astrix and Riverstown. He's a horse that's done you proud by winning the Grand Heritage.
Yeah.
Whether he gets 10 furlongs remains to be seen, but he's a very fit horse, that's for sure.
Yes, now he's very fit, and Straight Arm seems to think that he could get it when he won with him earlier on. And we have to take our chances. As I said earlier on, the Summer Cup comes once a year, and not all horses will qualify.
So obviously the draw is definitely a problem, but where he is, she is, and he's obviously, I would think, going to go forward.
Well, he has to go forward. He's got toe, and he must just try to get as close to the lead as possible. And we'll leave the rest to Donovan Dillon.
Okay, now this horse, Astrix, he hit the front a long way out in the Victory Moon. St. John's horse, obviously nobody saw that coming by damages done. But there's every reason to believe, being by Verse and Getrix out of Victory Moon mare, that 10 furlongs is on his compass.
Well, I think he was very unlucky in the Victory Moon. He was drawn bad, and he couldn't get in. So Warren said he was a lot closer than he wanted to be. He wanted to actually sit him right in near the back, and he had to race wide. And so Warren felt he should have got a lot closer, and the big turnaround in weights with Christopher Robin. And I thought he won extremely well, Christopher Robin. And I think he's also a contender for the placings. But this guy is extremely well, and you see what a lovely temperament. And I think he should be running on into the money. And he's well drawn, and who else but Striker to sit for him off the pace.
You can't run away from the reality of taking on the boys and taking on older horses forever, because we know that if a filly is as good as Summer Pudding is and continues to improve, particularly the way she won her comeback run, she's obviously going to have to be extraordinary to have all these things against her: the weight, the draw, and never having met older horses or males.
Well, we do think she's extraordinary. That's why we're taking our chances. As Nice Boerta would always say, if they're in the team, they're never too young. So let's see what happens on Saturday. But she's really come through her prep well, and it's all in God's hands now.
So you couldn't be more happy with the way things have gone for her?
No, I couldn't be more happy. So there'll be no excuses on the day.
Okay, a horse that's come on in huge strides. Bold Ransom takes his place in the lineup for the Merchants after having won the Golden Loom, and he's a horse that puts up really good work, and he delivers on the track as well.
Yes, he's improved after the Golden Loom. He's just getting better. You'll love the underfoot conditions. They come up a bit soft, and just the draw, but he is going to come from off the pace. So I don't think it's too much of a factor. Obviously, Bahika's the horse to beat. He's a super impressive horse, but we'll be there with a shot.
And then the betting is quite correct as far as the Dingons is concerned when you look at merit ratings. There can be no other way to price up, but nobody knows how good MK's Pride is just yet. He's run a slightly faster time than Malmoose, but hard-pressed, and Malmoose has come out and won. So that puts him in the firing line. There's no question about it.
Yes, it does put him in the firing line. It's going to be difficult to beat that top one. But as I say, it's racing, and if one horse doesn't make a field, so we've got to take our chances, and he'll give a good account of himself, especially over the mile. He's not drawing the greatest, but as I said earlier on, we've got the champion on top, Warren, and he makes a plan.
Is he a type of horse that gives you a really good feeling for grade one material?
Yes, he's got such a nice aura about him, and he's got presence, and he's got action to go with it, and he's a very, very hardy horse. So I think he's got the mindset, the physique, and I really like Willow Magic to all go with it. You know what? They're both good horses in their own right. I wouldn't say there's a right one or a wrong one. They're both lovely animals. They're both at a peak at the moment, and we've never ever worked them together. They're not that type that you can work together. So I wouldn't like to split them. They're both decent, and they both will give a good account of themselves. This is a lovely oak, catch 22, And I think he's just going to get bigger and stronger as he goes by, and you'll see the best of him when he's a mid-3-year-old.
Obviously, he's by Lucifer Fort, and one of his co-owners was involved in Heavenly Blue, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Arun. He just loves this horse, and he loves his horses, his animals, and I would love this horse to do well for him and Leverton. Really good friends of mine, and so let's see. As I said earlier on, difficult to beat the top one, but we'll give him a run for his money.